Hello everyone! Today we are going to talk about how to make maple syrup. The first people known to have manufactured maple syrup were the First Nations, living in the northeastern area of North America in the 16th or 17th century. Using an early method of tapping the sweet sap of the maple trees, these early tribes rendered the liquid into a source of high caloric winter food. The First Nations were generous in sharing their technology, showing the first European colonists how to extract the sap from the trees. The Europeans then expanded the process by finding ways to transport and store the sap. The harvested sap was stored in buildings called sugar shacks, which was a river-cooled building. The next step was boiling the sap in large cauldrons, stirring often to prevent crystallization. Collecting the sap for making the syrup can only happen at a very specific time of year. Temperatures at night have to drop below 0 degrees Celsius and rise above 0 during the day. When a tree produces sap, it spreads throughout the entire tree so that it can get all its nutrients. But in the spring, the tree produces more sap than it needs, which is why the sap can only be collected at this time of year. If you collect during the summer, you risk harming the tree. The first step in collecting the sap is to tap the maple tree. You need 3 things: a drill, a tap, and a bucket. You start by drilling a hole that is about 1 to 2 inches into the tree. Make sure it is the same size as your tap. The hole should be 1 to 4 feet above the ground and in a spot where the tree gets a lot of sun. Next, you hammer the tap into the tree and watch as the sap starts to flow. Then you hook a container to the tap and wait for it to fill up. If the tree is thick enough, you can place as many as 3 taps into the tree. Once the bucket is full, it's time to collect the sap. The next step is to boil the sap. This can be accomplished with any large pot, but professionals often use a wood-burning furnace like this to make their maple syrup. It takes 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of maple syrup. Before transferring the syrup to the bottle, you must use 2 filters to get rid of any debris that you may have collected, like pieces of the bark. This process is also called reverse osmosis, which means cleansing the syrup. The first filter is part of the furnace, and it removes some of the debris at the beginning. The second filter, which is often called an orlon, is used after you've finished boiling the sap. This removes any debris that the first filter may have missed. This process ensures that you have nice, clean maple syrup. Now it's time to bottle it. There you have it, a nice big bottle of maple syrup for your whole family to enjoy with your pancakes. If you want to attend a maple syrup festival, visit the Cold Creek Conservation Area in March.